Hi everybody, I'm Mark Chafferdine with GoSeeTalk.com. We're here at the 10th Annual Fantastic Fest, and we're so overjoyed to be speaking to Liv Corfixen and Nicolas Winding Refn.
Thank you.
I really want to thank you guys for putting this out there. I understand it must have been maybe a little difficult to put something that was kind of intimate, and it was just really great that you shared your personal experiences and how difficult it is to tell a story or tell a film. So maybe can you tell us why you decided to do this?
Basically, it was just actually to go to work because we moved to Bangkok, and because he was shooting Only God Forgives, and we took our kids with us, took them out of school and into international school in Bangkok. And so when I got this opportunity, I just thought, well, great, I can go to work and not just be a housewife. So that was basically how I got the idea.
Awesome.
And he just had to follow.
Yes.
He just had to say yes. There was like no way he could.
What was I going to say? No?
Gotcha. Well, is it difficult? You're a very visual filmmaker, a very visual styled filmmaker, and your narratives are really great. Was it difficult seeing yourself as a character? I mean, you weren't a character, but was it difficult seeing yourself on film?
Well, I don't really like seeing myself. I don't like being photographed. I don't like that. But I find it very therapeutic that it was made, because I get to say all the things I can't say while making the movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, Liv, you said in the film that there was a part when you were filming, you said, we're not filming our disagreements. And was it hard to get that out there? Because one of the things you said was very impactful. You hadn't slept for 3 years. It was, filmmaking not only takes a toll on the person, but, the family and the lifestyle.
Yeah, it was sort of. It was a little bit hard to cross that line. But I just knew that I wanted to do this film in a personal way, and show Nicolas' vulnerabilities, and not just a superficial film with interviews where actors sit and praise him. And I just wanted to do it differently, more personal. And but of course it was a little bit. I mean, I had to get the editor to reassure me, in the editing room, that this was how to do it, And sometimes I was like, "Is this a little too personal?" And she was like, "No, do it," So yeah, it was a bit. And that scene where I'm in bed complaining, I totally forgot about that scene. That was the editor called me. I found the scene. We have to use it. I was like, "Oh no, is it me?" Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. You brought up, you show some of your mindset and your efforts to sort of make the film before you even started making the film. Recognizing that Drive might be a difficult film to overcome even before you started your next film. When you are faced with something like that, I imagine it takes an amazing toll on you. And there's some really haunting scenes where you're just kind of staring out in the distance. Indecision is kind of, I guess, a death in a way when making films. But how do you persevere through that?
Well, you try to erase what you did before, and then you say to yourself, whatever I did the last time, I'm going to go not right but left, and then continue left. Because in order for me to make more movies, I got to make this movie like that, so I don't ever repeat myself. And even though that can become predictable at the end, but I think that it's a bit like Metal Gear, you just have to go on with the creation, just have to go on with it. I mean, Metal Machine was a great way for Lou Reed to rinse himself of the great past that he had created into a new phase, a new evolution.
Well, this is almost structured like a film in a way. It has, I understand Clint Mansell did the music to this. Up until a certain point in your career, you had used Peter and Peter, who were really great ethereal and atmospheric musicians. So in what point in the process did you say, Clint, we've got this project, we want to bring you involved, and why?
That was you.
Me?
Okay. She made the movie.
I thought because you talked about Peter. No, I was so surprised that he would do the music for this, because I was like, this is a small documentary, so I was like so thrilled that he was interested in that. And he was just so nice, and it was so very easy to work with. I just put a lot of temp music that he did for different various films and said, this is what I want, and he sort of just did it. Like, it was so kind and easy. Yeah.
But I also think he knows us pretty well, and you know,
Yeah.
he's done the last Only Drive and Only God Forgives. He's doing my next movie, so you know, I think he knew us, so it was probably easy.
Yeah, and he was very much like, anything with Nicolas I would love to, you know. So he was that was pretty helpful.
Well, he brings a dreamlike quality to all his projects, and I really like what he did with Drive and Only God Forgives. But it was a personal story, so there was, you know, some finality to it, and I like the fact that you were so open about this, and I'm really enamored that you guys put this out there, and I loved it. So thank you so much for your time, and hope you're having a great time at the fest.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.